Okay, greetings everyone. This is First and 2073, the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4, Power and Revolution, Irish Imperialism, and we now have 3 advanced cruisers at our Dungarvan port, as well as 5 cruisers in the Azores. We have 10 tanks and 8,000 troops there. Basically, we've deployed our entire army there, ready for a forward projection. Ooh, we have some commandos back home. We got a pretty decent amount of commandos. A lot of commandos. I wonder what we can do with these commandos. I also think we started construction in the last episode of some high-speed rail. I thought, oh, right there. That's all we did. Is that high-speed? That is complete, right? Looks like it has been completed. How is the economy? I haven't played this game in a while. It's been like weeks, I think. Christmas break has been kind of hectic for me, but I now have a snow day here in eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Snow day. Big nor'easter came in up from the south, brought a lot of moisture and delivered a whole bunch of snow, which is great. I love it. Now let's see. Income is at 89 billion. And we have a budget surplus of 1.74 billion. Not a huge budget surplus. Debt is still 209 public debt, down from 263. Although I think we took on some new debt being in the new year. Look at England with their repowering station just across our border, huh? Look, they are imperialist, aren't they? The goal of this series is to retake Northern Ireland. However, we're doing this by first establishing an Irish empire for ourselves, so we can actually challenge the British militarily. Which I don't know if this is actually realistic or not, but I have 11,000 men in the Irish Republic's army, and the Queen's army is 169,000, and they've got a lot of allies and a lot of equipment and everything, and so we're gonna have to wait for somebody else to go to war against them, I guess. I mean, the other thing is maybe aligning with the Russians to get them active in Europe and to maybe break the NATO treaty. But that would jeopardize a lot of our good relations. So we're still gonna wait to see what happens. A lot of times war does break out in Eastern Europe. Belarus is often a protagonist here, or not protagonist, antagonist in the well, depending on your point of view, I guess. In the Eastern European theater here, somebody had mentioned that I think it was not Senegal, but Guinea-Bissau. Where are you? Guinea-Bissau, right there. Has oil reserves and is often very unstable in this game. I forgot. I didn't look at the comments before I started playing this episode today. Usually I like to, announce who made what suggestions, so I apologize. There are authoritarian, presidential, and a religious authoritarian. Let's check out the guy. He doesn't really have great moral character, so I think we could probably deploy some agents there. That would be a nice colony to grab, maybe, to help expand our Irish Empire. So let's go to Secret Services here. And we might need to increase our number of, not interior, exterior. Create a agent network in Guinea-Bissau. Where'd you go? You are... What? Let's do this another way. Secret Service. Oh, did I already do this? Maybe I already did this. Manage networks. I already did it. Okay, I probably talked about it in the last episode. So we're just going to up that to about max. We're going to max it out. And it's going to be time to recruit new agents. So I guess that tells you how much I'm paying attention. Let's see here. Agents, special international agents. We are going to want another... Let's crank it up to 310. How about that? 39 million Irish euros, I think they're called. Military intelligence, industrial espionage. Not worried about that stuff right now. You know what? I could conduct some industrial espionage against Britain. That might actually help. Let's bump that up all the way. And let's go ahead and manage the networks a little bit. There it is. Alright, this will take the fight to the British. And instead of approaching terrorist groups, which we didn't, I think we balked at before, let's conduct some industrial spying and steal some of their technology. Haha, now we're taking the fight to the British. I like it. Okay. Now, what else are we waiting for? Back to the head of state. I want to see what type of Secret Service files I have right now. Consult files on heads of state. What do we have? President of Cuba is purchased nuclear missiles from a foreign power. We have proof of it and proof of financial aid to terrorist organizations. El Salvador, you bastards. But we don't have access through the Panama Canal. El Salvador, financial aid to terrorist organization. We have proof, and those terrorist organizations are within Ireland. I remember that one. And then Venezuela. So Venezuela and Cuba are definitely targets we want to. I'd like to annex both those countries if possible, but they're very powerful. And before I do that, and they are rogue states that can easily be brought up against in the international court. Charges can be brought up against in the international court. Barbados is in the pink against us there. Cape Verde, and we're waiting on Guinea-Bissau. Okay, so let's go ahead and press play and see what happens here. Try to fly through this quarter, let some time go by. I've got agents deployed where I want them, so let's let them get to work. Public finance is looking great. Montenegro application to NATO. They've been trying to get into NATO for a while, and I'm for it. I thought the entrance of Montenegro into NATO was a good deal during the Obama administration, boxing Russia out of the Adriatic Sea. Good for American interests, foreign policy interests at least. But for Irish international policy issues, foreign policy interests, sure, Ireland's part of NATO, so expanding NATO I think is good. It's not like it's under threat from a lot of countries, maybe Serbia, I don't know, but that's far from the Russian border, and it prevents Russians from making inroads into Eastern Europe here. It contains it nicely, I think, without having to bring too much of a commitment to the defense of the country. It's a really small country too, and it's far from threatening borders. So I think that's generally a good move, expansion of NATO there. Expanding NATO into the Ukraine or Finland or Sweden might be more antagonistic to the Russians, but Montenegro, that just sort of boxes the Russians out from establishing an Adriatic base, which I think is a good thing to contain Russian aggression. If Russian aggression is something you're really worried about. But what happened with the elections, I don't know, maybe. And, well, there's all these theoreticals, I won't get into that debate. Okay, let's go ahead and push this a little bit further. Atlantic Ocean, the North Atlantic Ocean. Encroachments into the North Atlantic Ocean with our Portuguese alliance. I wonder if we can strengthen alliances with any other of the NATO countries, because NATO brings us into a support agreement. Oh, you know, the other thing I could do maybe? I can improve my international relationship by looking at other organizations that I might want to join. Oh, I didn't think about that. I was trying this in the Somalian series, but are there any other organizations that I could join in this series? I think I tried NAFTA, didn't I, at one point? That failed. Caribbean States, Association of Caribbean States, we're not there yet. Bolivia, no. Application rejected again. Somebody keeps rejecting Montenegro's application. We're not Arabic. Look at all these events going on now. Okay, we have to kind of slow down. I'll have to look at that in the off time. Here we go. Let's get rid of that. I'll keep it slow. Yeah, we know you failed. What is this? Inauguration of a 30,000-seat multi-sports complex in Ireland. Very good. I'll attend that. Confidential information about Cuba. More confidential information. Russian mafias, terrorists that attack Austria. They're funding them. Wow, these Cubans are nasty characters here, financing the Russian mafia against Austria. Ah, wow, a lot of information against them. We have a lot of informants, I guess. That was like 3 different informants we had in Cuba. Where are those announcements? Can I get those announcements back up? I don't think I can. Oh, right here. Who informed us of that? We had the Minister for the Economy, the Minister for the Environment, and the Minister of Transport all informed us of that. We've got 3 different moles in the Cuban government. That is amazing. But we aren't in position to attack Cuba. Let's go ahead and advance our cruisers. Again. Now to our Azor base. And we're waiting on the delivery of an aircraft carrier as well as, I think, 40 different fighter jets. And those would be great for attacking a country like Cape Verde or Barbados. Or I think Trinidad was another option. But we have no cause for war against them. We have no casus belli. So time needs to go by as we continue to allow our informants of those countries to do work, and hopefully we can get some corruption spotted in those countries. In the meantime, we would assassinate leaders of any one of those 3 that aren't that are too morally, that have too strong of a moral character, are not morally corrupt enough for us. And I have to wait. Let's see. What's going on with the economy? $1.8 billion surplus. And we're just going to pay down debt, I guess. So let's just click through this. I never skip months. I'm going to go ahead and do it this time just to see. Maybe get some time gone here. And the other thing I could look into is maybe some more trade deals. Oh, you know what I wanted to manage? I have to manage the inflation, too. There's been some debates on this channel about managing inflation. I remember that. I think that lowering the prices does lower inflation. I thought I saw that before in a previous series, but maybe I'm wrong. Armed forces are with me. There is nothing in the...
Your politics are on the right track.
Yeah, they're with me. There's nothing really in the manual that tells you. That's one thing about this manual. It doesn't tell you much about, you know, how to do things. It's not like a EU4 manual or a Victoria 2 manual where they might tell you the exact repercussions of your actions. You don't get that in this game. This game is more a guessing game, which I guess is the appeal of this geopolitical simulator game. You don't really know what's going to happen. Maybe people who have done scenarios or mods for this know, and maybe they can. I don't really know how to do that
Settle
stuff.
the EU Stability Pact.
Yeah, we'll go to the next summit for the EU Stability Pact. We are in the EU, but not part of the Eurozone. Beneficial popularity. Finance. Public finance. 2 agents arrested in the United Kingdom. Ah, that's never good. They caught us. I thought I have this like fully financed. Budget. Secret Service is fully financed minus military intelligence. They shouldn't be catching us. I guess if their network's even better, they would catch us. So does that mean we lost agents in that network? That's the total? Exterior. Managed networks. UK. Yeah, looks like they lost 2 agents. Percentage of agents, 33. Oh, let's bump them up. Get some reinforcements there. Let's go ahead and put some guys into Guinea-Bissau to really find some of that corruption. And Cape Verde and Barbados. Hopefully something happens there. And I think I just lost somebody. I don't know what happened to her. She was there and then she disappeared. I am going pretty quickly. Montenegro's still trying to get into NATO. Let's meet with this guy. Arrange a popularity bump. Arrange an endorsement. Montenegro application. Yes, we accept. Now the question is, when is the aircraft carrier coming? When are the when is the military equipment being delivered? Manage embassies abroad. Break off all agreements with a country. Well, we're not there yet. We don't need to do that yet. Oh, we want economic deals. Economic deals, not just with Canada. Why are we stuck on Canada? Oh, I guess because we're on Canada. Up there. Alright, so what am I looking for? Aircraft carrier. Once off purchase, this thing will be delivered on... Agreement signed on 10th of February. Delivery date, June 5th. So we got June 5th is when that will be delivered. Fighter planes from France, again, that will be delivered on March 13th. They're coming soon. Sooner. Alright, we got a meeting with this guy, coffee.
Sure, dark and strong.
Compliment. Endorsement.
Okay.
Thank you. Alright, so equipment should be being delivered in March. Let's go ahead and speed this up to get to March. And I'm worried that this series is sort of losing some of its allure here. Let's check out, inflation is at 6.6% still. Growth is only at 6.24, unemployment's at 4. Statement in the press gave us a 5.3% popularity bump. Nice, that secures us back into the 80s. Nice big bump from that guy in family whatever organization. Humanitarian organization, that's what it was. The other thing we could do is maybe build more roads, highways. Another rejection of Montenegro. Another Montenegro rejection, not whatever. So, could we build a road extending there to Dundalk? That was a train, right? Check out infrastructure. Road transport, bike path, construction. Highway miles, high-speed train, or what about a subway in Dublin? Ireland. This would cost $1 billion. Eliminate Cape Verde head of government. Hold up. I think this is an option. Let me check on that. Back to you in a second. Cape Verde, head of government. You, my friend, are not morally corrupt enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and assassinate that guy. And the other thing is I could deploy this Agent 101. I haven't done that in a while. What does that exactly mean? Deploying agent number 101. Let's go ahead and send him there.
Everything has
National
been
holiday, we'll go to that. And Montenegro application we accept, as always. Alright, so we're deploying our Agent 101. Maybe he'll be able to take out this president for us if this assassination attempt fails. See what happens. And I think I'm going to put an end to the episode right here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Feel free to post down below. Budget excess is gaining. That was about $100 million we gained in budget excess there. And we should have a good quarter ending up here. So feel free to post down below any comments, any game suggestions. Oh, I'm probably going to buy some games. I'm thinking about buying that game Government Simulator, which was suggested by... Oh, I forgot who suggested that. I'm sorry again. I haven't looked at... Again, I didn't look at the comments before. Who suggested that? Whoever did, I'm thinking about taking your suggestion. It doesn't seem to be a great game as far as... I mean, it seems like another Democracy 3, pretty much. So, I didn't get too many views on Democracy 3 in this channel, but Government Simulator, I guess, is a new game, so if people are interested in that, let me know. If they want to see any other games on the channel, I'm looking to diversify. But thanks for your support. Thanks for your support in 2017. That was a great year for this channel. It was the first full year of this channel. Actually made a couple bucks, a couple $100. Not too much money. It's not gonna pay any bills or anything, but it's a start. And it could, it's money to buy new games and stuff. So if there's any other games you guys would like me to particularly look for on the channel, again, anyone who supports on Patreon gets the priority for any recommendations or suggestions. But I'll take any suggestions in general. So feel free to post, like the video if you did, and hopefully if you haven't subscribed, you subscribe after this, or after a few more episodes at least. But anyways, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.